And we're live.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I think we could just do this, right? Is this cool? Is that cool?
Sure.
All right. So I have my laptop open behind my computer, and I want to see if I can find
Oops.
what in the world
Sorry.
is that?
Timer for dinner.
Dang, yo! So first of all, I want you guys to go out and share this video right now. Go to your Facebook, share it, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you guys got, just share it. Kelly's gonna make a phone call right now.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Whoa, dang, we already have 7 people. Give us 1 second to
the
get.
The timer went off. I just wanted to let you know.
We're gonna take like 2 minutes to get everybody on here. So don't like leave. We're gonna talk about this stuff.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up here, and then I can see the comments better. Okay, so is there anything you want to just talk about? This is your stage. Just go for it. Like we were talking about, I'm not trying to like put you on the spot like that. I just Okay, so we got. Ooh, who's that? Wait, I thought it said Alex something. I don't know if it's Alex21 or not. Why won't it? Okay, so I'm like trying to do this differently on my computer so I can actually see it. Let me see what it says on here. Alex Love Martinez. That's not. I don't think it's the same person.
No.
Me and Kelly were just talking about. Obviously, she's still injured. We can show you her injured leg, her banged up knee. Like we said before, this isn't like we're not faking this in any way. This is like she's actually gone and seen the doctor about it. And you have a follow-up ortho? Or you have to go have to an MRI and then you go back to the follow-up
MRI and then back
ortho?
to the follow-up. Yeah.
I swear to junk I'm not got off. So one thing, Callie, is like, I don't know. I don't want to, like, again, I don't want to put you on the spot, but you are like kind of self-conscious about being on camera, right?
Yeah.
Is that like a topic you want to talk about? Is that like?
I thought we have talked about this.
I think we have before, but I don't know. Like, I feel like maybe if you explain this a few different times, maybe a few different ways, you know? So I guess like, why do you get this anxiety about going live? Like, what is it? Is it like going live because then you know like what you say is actually out there and other people will like.
It's not that. It's not like.
Is it like you're just self-conscious about yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like there's a rule of thumb my friend taught me, and it was like there's 3 different ways that people like understand you, and it's like the way you say it, the tone that it is, and like how people actually like interpret it. I don't know how it actually went, but it was like 3 different ways, and I like sat there and thought about it. I'm like, that's so crazy the way you think about that, and it makes you think like even more. But then it's like, not that I'm self-conscious about it, but like I don't know how I look or like sound, and then I get really awkward. So it just feels like you have like a crowd, you're like giving a speech. But I mean, it's like taking a selfie and then somebody's watching you and you like get it like a little embarrassed. You're like, oh, like, whoops, you caught me. Like,
okay, all right.
You know,
I mean, that makes sense.
It's kind of like that, but like, you know, now I'm talking. I'm not just like taking a picture. So it just, I don't know, it feels like a lot of pressure.
Okay, I totally get that. Like, because
Yeah.
I've been on camera. Like, when I first started doing this like thing, I was like, "What am I talking about?" You know, like this is so weird that I'm talking about casting. Nobody really gets this. Like yada yada yada. And then people like started getting into it, and then they started getting like comments like, "Yeah, we love you." Like, "Yeah, this is awesome." Yeah, like we want to see you like cast more people and more models, and we love to see you cast. And I was like, "Oh my god, what is this?" Like. So I totally get like the like. So it's kind of like stage fright, then, is it?
Well,
like you get this anxiousness about like.
And plus, too, it's like I don't know what to like really talk about, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like not that I don't have any like good input or like you know an opinion. It's just like that creativeness to be like, oh, I'm gonna talk about this. It doesn't feel as like natural. You kind of feel like okay. Instead of like letting it flow, I'm like, okay, how am I gonna like answer or like break this down? And it's like giving a speech almost.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah.
I get that, and I want I want this to come across like the best way possible, but like, oh damn. Is everybody okay? Okay. I just heard like this big crash, and I was like, "Oh my god." All right. Sorry about that, everybody. So like one thing I want to do is get better at interviewing people. I feel like I'm kind of terrible at it, and I like want to get better at it. Oh, there we go. What up? We chatting. We just chatting with you on Face Breezy. What?
What? I don't know.
No.
I'm still worried about what's going on over there.
No, I'm just talking, and so somebody commented, and they said, "What up? Was just chatting you up on Face Breezy." Oh, so I think, that's. I was talking to somebody else on Facebook, and he was just letting me know that he was watching this now all of a sudden on here.
Neighbors are coming down.
Harry said you look great. Awesome, always looking great. Oh yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. Is like I want to get like better at interviewing, and I don't like care if it's like a challenge to like get those topics, like get that like dialogue back and forth. You know. Hello. You know what I mean? So it's like for me, this is kind of like a nice little piece to work on. You know.
Yeah.
And like too, like I don't know. I mean, like you saw like when Cameron came here the other day, like he's obviously probably done this like quite a few times. But like I felt like the interaction between you and him was like watching a train wreck.
It was so bad.
Like I'm trying to be like as honest and like straightforward as possible, but I was just like,
I didn't even. I literally thought that he was gonna leave me alone. Nobody was gonna interview me. It was cool. And then he came up with the camera, and you guys were like, "Yeah, go interview her." And I was like, "No, I'm not prepared to be on an interview at all." First of all, second of all, this is like unplanned, and third, you guys were talking in the background. The hamster got loose, and I was trying to like catch her all over my body, and I'm like, this is like a nightmare. I don't even want to be out here. Like I feel like awkward and nervous for them, and like, yeah. So when he came up to me, it was horrible. I knew. I was like, make this end right now. There's no way he's using this, and if it's being used, it's probably just gonna be him and everyone else just laughing.
no,
Like,
I think I mean it came across like I don't know, it's just I could just tell that like you were like very tense about it.
tense,
And
uncomfortable, yeah.
so I kind of think about like, especially when I want to start doing these like interviews, it's kind of like that like muscle that you don't use. You know what I mean? Like the more times you work out, the more times like you use it, the stronger you'll get at it. And so like I feel like sometimes you just need to like just go to the gym, just show up, do a few reps, and then just leave. So you know what I mean? Like I feel like we've kind of like done that now like a couple different times. So like maybe we just need to like show up for like an hour and like do those sit-ups, do those crunches. You know what I mean? Like it's just like your mind is a muscle, right? So like the more you just like do it, the easier it'll get. You know what I mean? And so like I think like for like comfortability level for you, like I think you're great on camera, but I just think like you're like a little too over the top self-conscious about like how you look. And I think like that's something that like Erin obviously like knows nothing about because she just goes on camera and she's just like, "Ah!" You know what I mean? Like she's great on camera because she's just like super outgoing. She's almost like too outgoing. I'm just like Erin, like just calm down.
See, that's a level of comfortability that I've never had. I wish I could have because she's so free spirited, and I'm over here like, don't you dare put that camera on my face. Like, don't look at me. You know, that's why like a lot of people that are like on YouTube and speak on YouTube, I don't understand how they do it. 'Cause I'm like, I couldn't just sit there and hold my camera and talk to it and just be natural. I'd be like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like any like skits that maybe you've like randomly thought of, like you would be like, oh, this would be awesome to do on YouTube, or like you think like you watch something and you think it's like really funny, or like a kind of like genre that you think is like really funny that like you would want to like edit or work on? Like I don't know, we were just like watching that nail thing and I was like, this is so funny. And then we saw like the other one is like the animation the animation of that. And I was just like, that animation is the one I saw first, so that's like the one that stuck in my head. I'd never seen her stand up before that, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's like a stand up comedian. I didn't even realize that. So like, is there anything like that you would like want to do, or like I just want to? I don't know.
Oh my gosh, are you asking me to do a skit?
No, I'm totally not.
Want me
I'm
to
just
do like a stand-up skit?
Yeah, no, I just want to know, like, is there anything, even not even like YouTube video related, is there anything in your life that you just want to do that maybe like is a reasonable thing, um, you know, um, that like you would want to challenge yourself to do. I'm I don't know. I'm just hoping I'm explaining this right. Is there anything that you have always wanted to do that you haven't done that's like a reasonable thing that you could do like tomorrow?
Like tomorrow?
Or like, you know what I mean, like in the weeks coming, like is there anything, you know, is there any ambitions that you want to do that you don't mind like just being followed with a camera and doing, like kayaking or I don't know, like just like anything, something.
I have no idea.
Okay. Is it like something that like if you were to like sit there and think about it like in your free time or
Like
something?
to go somewhere and do something?
Anything. Whether it be go somewhere or talk about a topic that you've always wanted to talk about or meet with, you want to meet with somebody famous or you want to like interview somebody, like I guess like what would you do as a challenge to yourself to better yourself?
That's a really good question. I really don't
You,
know.
you don't have to answer it right now. We can always go like live like later, but I just want to put this out there and I want everybody watching this to think about this themselves and to take this and take this same question that I'm asking Callie right now and take this for themselves and either comment on it if you guys don't want to do it or if you guys think it'd be a cool idea. What is a challenge that you would want to do in the next week or month or year or just something that you want to just like, I guess, ambitiously drive for that you're bad at? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that I'm so bad at, like paying bills. I'm so bad at paying bills, but like I'm like working on it all the time, and it's something like I'm trying to work on, obviously, and like, you know what I mean? Just like being organized has always been a huge flaw of mine, and I just want to know what everybody else has, and if there's anything you want to just put out there. I don't know. I'm.
I would have to think about it.
Yeah, no, think about it. I don't need an answer right now. And then I want everybody to comment down below and share this video. And like, so one of these things that I want to talk about right now is I've always wanted to have like a huge YouTube channel. And I just watched a video the other day about publishing videos on YouTube. I guess there's like a YouTube algorithm out there that they want it to be scheduled. Like if you schedule more posts, like say, so the next few days, for the next week straight, I'm going to publish a video to be published at 1 p.m. every day for the next week straight. So like that's like a goal of mine that I want to do, and then I want to see if I can even continue that for like a whole month. But that's just a goal of mine that I want to put out there that I'm going to try to do. And I don't know if there's a goal that you want to try to do every day, or if there's a goal that you want to try to do every month, or if there's just something that you would want. And here's the other thing is I know that like having like a huge fan base can really motivate you. It's really motivated me. It motivates me to like get on here and publish stuff. And I know like you guys are like, oh, Kevin's just doing his stupid YouTube thing today. But like, I don't know, like I just know like people chat me up all the time and they're like, when's your next video gonna come out? Like when's your next cast gonna be done? Like who's your next model gonna be? And I'm like, I don't even know. I don't plan my life like that. And I really should, but I don't. But I don't know. I just wanted like your input, I guess. On like just things that
like topics?
Yeah, I mean from topics to, like life lessons learned to like areas that you would want to work on that maybe you need some motivation with. I know I have freaking mountain of paperwork that I would, I know there's so many areas of my life that I need to work on. I just kind of work on a little bit every day, and I feel like that kind of goes better. But I know for you, like being on camera is not one of your like likable things. So I think we should try to like go on camera more often, and then you'll get like more comfortable, and then you'll be like, hey everybody, it's Callie.
Hey everybody.
But you know what I mean, like, and
yeah.
I know it's like I'm not trying to like spark anxiety with you. It's almost like you have to do the opposite of what you have to do sometimes, if that makes any sense. So it's like kind of what I said about the muscle thing. Like if you're weak in this area, that means you have to do more of it in order to like overcome the
I
weakness.
get like stressed out just thinking about it. 'Cause it's like that's a lot more times on camera and a lot more things to talk about. What do I even talk about? You know?
Yeah.
That's like the one thing I freak out about. I'm like, I go blank and I'm like, what do I even say?
So you think if you had like note cards with like topics on it, like that would be like better?
It wouldn't be like scripted or anything.
No, but just like general topics that like would be like, okay, topics today. Donald Trump. You know, I mean, like, you know what I mean, like politics. I know a lot of people stay away from politics, and I stay away from politics as much as I can. But you know what I mean, like, or like, you know, today I'm working on this project. Today I'm working on, you know, organizing our apartment, which, by the way, you've done like an amazing job with, and I can't like thank you enough. Like, it's something me and Aaron have been like working on for like months now, and then all of a sudden you show up and it's just like, and we're like, oh my god, like don't ever leave because our apartment's gonna look like a bomb went off, you know? Like,
yeah. But I mean, it's like what you said. It's like working on something a little bit at a time, every day. If you do a little bit every day, you're like, oh my gosh,
it makes life
what
so
happened?
easy.
You wake up in the morning and you're like scared somebody robbed you, and you're like, no, I'm just like, I've organized.
No, everything's actually put away in the closet.
All my stuff is like here. It's just out of sight. Like, it's nice, and like a clean home is always like a happy home, and it should be clean, because then it's like if you're free of clutter, then like so is your mind, and you're not looking, and you're like looking at like, okay, there's stress and anxiety, and like that's a pile of just overwhelming, and like I don't know. Yeah, so I guess like same concept as what you were talking about. Yeah.
All right. I mean, cause yeah, I mean this is kind of like the most. I hope this comes out right, but this is like the most like self-fulfilling interview that I've ever done. And it's funny because I like told myself that I wanted to get better at interviewing. So maybe like I've actually hit like a point here that like I'm finally like thinking about it like enough, or like I've actually done it enough now to make like a decent interview with somebody who, no offense, is not the best at interviews. So you know what I mean? It's a prideful thing for me. Like, and I think you're getting better at it. Obviously, I think this came across pretty legit. Like, I don't know how you feel about it.
It was okay.
But yeah, I think like, you know, the more we do this, like the easier it'll get. So I think we have to go now because we have other obligations we have to tend to. But I want to thank everybody.
Look at the door.
All right. Say bye.
Bye.